in addition to the sadness, if I kept digging, I knew there was another emotion there, and it was
Yeah.
actually shame. And I think shame
Mm,
is something that we feel a lot that's hard to pinpoint,
yeah.
and something you don't even want to admit a lot of times. So just helping myself get to coach myself through that, saying, what is this shame about? Oh, I feel shameful that I never bought a house. I feel shameful that I'm admitting to folks right now that, I've been renting all these years, and in the shoulds of society, by a certain age that you're supposed to have done all these things. Like, that's what I was feeling. So I like what you're saying. I almost pictured like a valve,
Yep.
like just
That's
open
it.
that valve just a little bit at a time.
Yes.
And the reason why is to let it pass through, right?
Yeah.
We have to process. You heard of process. You got to process it through, or else it's going to come back and bite you in the ass some way, somewhere
Yeah.
down the line. Don't you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it. Like if I like to think about, I'm super visual, so I like to think about like the hose. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you put your thumb over it, it's going to burst out with a lot of power and force.
Mm-hmm.
Emotions are no different. When we try
Mm.
to suppress them and try to avoid them, they have so much power over us to the
Yeah.
point that I was like, I do whatever it takes to avoid regret.
Mm.
Wow,
Mm.
regret has that much power over you that it's going to control what you do. What
Right.
if you just accepted, like, "Oh, I kind of regret not going on that boat with my friends,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but it's okay." I love, like, one thing I love that's come up around regret is like JOMO, right? Instead of FOMO, it's
Yeah.
JOMO, the joy of missing out, and
Yeah.
really leaning into that because I was a
Yeah.
big FOMO person. I was like, I avoid that.
Yeah.
Um, One thing that you mentioned I want to talk about was shame too. What would be interesting is what was the belief around there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's it too, because a lot of times what I notice, and I'm no Brene Brown, let's be real, but one thing that I notice is with that too is behind the emotion that's coming up, what is the belief or the story that you're telling yourself?
Yeah.
By this age, I should have
Mm-hmm.
bought a house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
Yep.
can tell you, I actually have loved renting more than anything because I just call a
Yep.
landlord to fix everything. Do you
Yep.
know?
Yep. And I follow this influencer, Ramit Singh, I believe is his
Oh
last
yeah.
name, and he's all about building wealth. And he, like, completely believes that renting is better than buying. So sometimes I just listen to him to make myself feel better.
Yeah. Yeah. But
But
you know the work in
yeah,
PCU with the beliefs as well. It's just like, what
yeah,
is the emotion and what's beneath the emotion? What's the belief?
yeah.
Because likely in that there is a belief that is either empowering us
Hmm.
or potentially disempowering us, right? So if we
Completely.
go back to, being at a young age, my interpretation of what, you know, suicide or potential attempt or depression and sadness, like the belief there was sadness will lead to depression and
Yeah,
depression will lead to this
yeah,
awful thing, right?
yeah.
And but that's not true. But it
Hmm.
served me for a certain amount of time. And then you have to really ask yourself, is this still serving me, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because if it's making you feel disempowered or less than or shameful or sad or reactive,
Hmm.
um, and not your authentic self, not your most activated, like just truly energized, like what's the word I'm looking for? Elevated self,
Yes.
then there is some sort of limiting belief or limiting story or limited identity that's for sure holding you back that's got to change. Like there's always a root there, right? And so it
Com
starts so much with like, what is the story that we're telling ourselves?
yeah. That's it. What is the story we're telling ourselves?